Disney just canceled 3 months of cruises. We've got the last remnants of Muppet Vision 3D. Did a Disney parade float actually just catch fire? All the latest Disney and theme park news is coming up right now here on DFB Guide. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog, and this week Disney Cruise Line shocked us all with some major news. Disney Cruise Line is notifying customers that the launch of their newest cruise ship, the Disney Adventure, will be several months behind schedule. The maiden voyage of Disney's latest ship, originally scheduled for December 15th, 2025, has been rescheduled for March 10th, 2026. An email to customers who had booked an affected cruise was sent late on the evening of September 10th, citing unexpected delays in the shipbuilding process. Disney said it will automatically refund any payments made for the cruises that have been canceled. To ensure every detail meets the high standards you expect from Disney, we've made the difficult decision to postpone the Disney Adventure's maiden voyage to March 10th, 2026, Disney said in the email. Announced in November 2022, the Adventure will have its home port in Singapore and will be the first Disney Cruise Line ship to sail from Singapore's Marina Bay Cruise Center and throughout Southeast Asia. The Disney Adventure will primarily offer 3- and 4-night voyages. Uniquely, the Adventure will not stop in ports of call during the voyages. Even so, Disney has called this ship the biggest adventure yet, featuring Disney, Pixar, and Marvel stories on board, including actual rides on the cruise ship. Affected customers have been offered a 50% discount off a future voyage, so check with your travel agent or check your email for more details. A very special holiday is coming soon that we love to celebrate in Disney World. Nope, it's not Halloween, though those celebrations are underway. And it's not Christmas, though that season is coming up way too soon. It's something far more specific, September 21st. And if you're visiting EPCOT that day, you're going to be able to hear the song September by Earth, Wind & Fire all day at Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. I love this time of year. Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind is that popular roller coaster in EPCOT that opened in 2022. Since it's themed to the Guardians of the Galaxy films, you know that it has to have an awesome soundtrack, and it does. Typically, when riding the coaster, you'll get a randomized song from a list of 6 different choices. One of the songs is September, and it's often thought of as the best of the group, although it's not. That, of course, is Tears for Fears. So anyway, that's okay. We can argue about this in the comments. But fans tend to get pretty excited when they get September. The song tells the story of the 21st night of September, so to honor that date in a fun way, Disney's going to be playing September all day long for the ride. Yep, it'll be the only song you get that day. Disney World did this same offering last year, so we'll be interested to see if it becomes an annual thing. The only other time they've altered the song list was during the holiday season in 2022, when there was a seasonal Christmas song remix that played for every ride. For those hoping to do this ride on their next trip, we've got the perfect shirt too. This Cosmic Rewind Mixtapes tee is available in the DFB store right now at dfbstore.com. You can click on this video to shop or head to dfbstore.com. Recently, we said goodbye to a classic Hollywood Studios attraction. Lots of fans showed up to say goodbye to the iconic Muppet Vision 3D show and the other offerings in the area. But now we've got a new wave of sadness as construction begins. The Muppet Vision sign has been covered up. When we stopped by Grand Avenue on a recent visit, we spotted a black tarp covering the old Muppet Vision 3D sign. With this gone, it's harder to tell what used to live in that building. The show closed officially on June 8th, so the sign remained uncovered for 3 months after the closure. Hard to make out much of what used to live in Muppet's courtyard now, but you can still see the tops of a few buildings from the street outside. The area will be turned into a Monsters, Inc. space that will be home to several new offerings inspired by the Pixar movie. There will be a new dining location as well as a roller coaster inspired by the door riding scene from the film, and we cannot wait to see what's coming. Okay, I want to give a special shout out to everyone who came out to Dallas last weekend for my book signing at Terravang Books. I had such a great time meeting everybody and talking about our favorite Disney memories. Now I've got another one today at a Barnes & Noble in Jonesboro, Arkansas at 1 p.m. So come hang out with me and don't forget to order your copy of Disney Adults, my brand new book that's been on the New York Times bestseller list twice, over at ajwolf.com or wherever you love to get your books. On September 10th, there were reports that one of the parade floats at Disneyland was spotted being surrounded by smoke, with reports online saying there was a fire. Videos on TikTok have been surfacing of the Little Mermaid float having smoke around it and guests being evacuated from the area. This was during the Paint the Night parade, and in the videos you can see large clouds of smoke around the float. Cast members quickly emptied the area and no reports were made about injuries or damage. While videos were saying fire, videos only showed smoke, and Disney later confirmed this was due to a problem with the brakes on that float, not a fire. Disneyland did confirm that the Mermaid float in Disney's Paint the Night parade experienced a power issue, and while the float was being towed, smoke was seen due to a complication with the brakes. No fire was reported. Just yesterday morning, September 12th, buildings along Main Street were evacuated after smoke alarms went off in Carnation Cafe. We're going to have the latest updates over at DisneyFoodblog.com. Heads up if you've got an upcoming stay planned at Disney's Saratoga Springs Resort. Beginning on October 13th, the paddock pool, the splash pad area, and the paddock grill will be closed for routine maintenance. The Disney World website indicates that they will remain closed through early December, but no official opening date has been announced. We also confirmed with store employees that Promenade Fine Art Gallery at the Boardwalk Inn will be closing on October 20th, and the last day to actually visit would be October 19th. This is going to be moving to a new location. No official opening date has been shared for the new location yet, or location for the new location, but keep an eye out for an official announcement from Promenade Fine Art Gallery about where and when you'll be able to find that Disney fine art. We have a new deal to share with Canadian residents. You can save 25% or more on tickets for a 4-day or longer Disney World trip. Note that this is a date-based ticket deal, but if you live in Canada, you can get tickets for 25% off or more for a Disney World trip of 4 days. You'll need to buy tickets for November 9th to December 12th, 2025, or January 4th to September 26th, 2026. While Epcot's festivals might be the most famous, there is a lesser-known food and wine festival over at Disney's Swan and Dolphin Resort that has our hearts. Not only is the food incredible, but the wine is delicious, and it even features elements that elevate this festival. One of those is the tasting experiences, which are available for booking and tickets now. This year, it takes place on Friday, November 14th and Saturday, November 15th, 2025, from 5 to 9 p.m. on both days. This festival is broken down into different areas, including a beer garden, For the Love of Florida, Carnival Corner, the Bubbles Lounge, and Chinatown. You can dine on different items from restaurants like Bourbon Steak, Smokin' Bees Barbecue, Todd English's Blue Zoo, and more. This special ticketed event also includes separately ticketed tasting experiences, previously called the Swan and Dolphin Food and Wine Seminars. Now, since the Epcot Food and Wine Festival doesn't have events like this anymore, it's awesome to have a way to experience these smaller, more intimate food and wine events still at this other location. This year, seminars are $97.93 per person, which is a bit of a rise from last year's $85, but that was pre-tax. In 2025, there are 2 brand new experiences that we're seriously excited about. First is the Chef Michael Mina experience, which will be an exclusive evening with Chef Mina himself. Now remember, he just opened Bourbon Steak at the Swan and Dolphin, so this is super exciting. This one isn't a class, it's a culinary journey filled with laughter and storytelling, education, and a touch of humor, all centered around a 5-course menu crafted by the chef and paired with exquisite wine. Sounds like a great night out. The second is the Chef Todd English experience. Celebrity chef Todd English will take you on a sensory journey that transcends the ordinary. These are quotes, as you know. And it's a Japanese meal kind of interpreted through the lens of Todd English's signature style. Both of these experiences have quite a price jump and will cost you $190.18 per ticket. These experiences are a separate ticket from the Food and Wine Classic, which costs $403.30 to attend both nights of the festival. While it's pricey, all the food and drinks you want are included. This is one of our favorite events each year. We are seriously excited to see these tasting experiences return. Okay, we're starting the snack news portion with Disneyland because they have been knocking it out of the park lately. They always do, but I specifically need to tell you about 2 things. Tropical Hideaway is one of the best spots to grab a Dole Whip in Disneyland, as you know. And once in a while we see a new snack come in, which is the case with the Peach Sundae, made with Dole Whip peach with caramel drizzle, tapas streusel, and a peach ring for $9.29. peach Dole Whip, which we haven't seen before. And I have to tell you that this treat does not disappoint. It's got a fresh, vibrant, and sweet peach flavor that's almost like biting into a fresh peach, but in Dole Whip form. The caramel sauce was also an interesting idea because that sweet and rich caramel flavor pairs really well with the peach Dole Whip. The streusel is a really nice addition that adds a sweet buttery flavor to top it all off and a nice crunch. So if you love peaches, fresh fruit, or want a light dessert, this is it. Tropical hideaway for the peach Dole Whip. And I am super jazzed to talk about this next one. You no longer need a reservation for our favorite thing to eat in Disneyland. Over at Royal Street Veranda in New Orleans Square, the beloved Monte Cristo sandwich is now on the menu for $13.99. This is filled with ham, turkey, and Swiss cheese, dusted with powdered sugar and served with jam. And we are crossing our fingers that it would be just as good as the Monte Cristo you can find at Cafe Orleans and Blue Bayou. Thankfully, it is. This is the best quick service entree in all of Disneyland Resort, and you can get it all day, unlike the Monte Cristo waffle they had here for a while. The sweet, fluffy, sugary outside was warm and perfectly crunchy, but it was soft inside with all the sweet, salty, and savory ham that we love. The turkey was hard to make out between the ham and Swiss cheese, but it usually is, and the jam added a fresh and sweet berry flavor that goes perfectly with the fried and sweet funnel cake like outside, so it's kind of a sweet savory to the max. If you're looking for a sweet and savory meal that's borderline on being a dessert, then definitely get this one. It's a cheaper and quicker way to get your Monte Cristo fix than dining at Cafe Orleans, which is great for days when you're trying to pack as much into your Disneyland day as possible. We also grabbed the coffee fritters for $7.29, also from Royal Street Veranda. These are rolled in cinnamon sugar, drizzled with a white mocha sauce, and garnished with a praline sugar streusel. We weren't a huge fan of these. The texture was soft and warm, basically like a fresh donut hole, but the coffee flavor was a little too strong and needed either more cinnamon or more of the mocha sauce to balance it out. With coffee being the main flavor and everything else being barely noticeable, it felt a little boring. Now, if you love coffee, this may be for you, but if you aren't huge on straight coffee and normally get it flavored with syrup, then you can skip it. So we know it's the Food and Wine Festival right now in Disney World's EPCOT, but we had to stop by one of our favorite spots that we love year round, and that's Caramel Kusha in the Germany Pavilion. So we found that snacks here have a great quality and the flavors are truly unmatched, which is why we're here time and time again. So when this new dessert dropped, we couldn't miss it. Check out the caramel apple crisp pie for $8.99. Okay, I'm gonna start with a big complaint here. We wanted way more of it. It's so good, but there isn't enough. Don't get us wrong, we really enjoyed this mini pie, but we found it a bit pricey for how big it is, or how little, I guess. It's tough because the price doesn't justify the treat, but when you bite into it, it's so good. You get notes of that fresh caramel paired with the apple crisp, and the pie had some crunchy elements that seemed to be like pecans or seeds. The pie's easy to cut into and the crust crumbles nicely. There were smaller cinnamon apple bites that added an amazing freshness to the treat, and we honestly just wish it was bigger. It was so nice, light, and crispy. As always, Caramel Kusha delivered a very tasty treat. We just want it to be more for less. Picture this, it's a cool fall day, the autumn vibes are all around, and it's a perfect day in Magic Kingdom. You know what that means? It's time to get something to drink. How about some cold brew? I'm happy to share that a new snack just arrived in the park that's available all day long. The Cauldron Cold Brew at Anti-Gravity's Galactic Goodies will cost you $5.79. It's made with Joffrey's Coffee Cold Brew with pumpkin spice foam and sprinkles. This is a very light cold brew. It's only slightly watered down from the melted ice, but overall it isn't a strong cup of coffee at all. We could barely taste the pumpkin spice foam, and the drink itself was almost no sweetness, which our reporter liked as they didn't want it to be overly syrupy sweet. Instead, just tastes like a mild cold brew with a little creaminess from the foam. But since the pumpkin spice doesn't really come through and the sprinkles don't add anything beyond decoration, may not be as pumpkin-y as you want it to be. This more tame flavor does make it approachable for people who don't want a sugar bomb or heavy artificial flavors, though. So we think it's nice and light, easy to drink with good visual appeal, but just be aware of all of those specifics. We are suckers for drinks topped with cute animal toys, and a brand new drink has arrived at Disney Springs that's topped with an adorable one. We recently stopped by Eat at Manit Shawan to try out their newest drink of the month, Dragon's Breath. You can get this drink for $15.95. It's a slushie made with their house-crafted Dragon Mist lemonade, passion fruit rum, and a touch of dragon fruit sugar from the Spice and Tea Exchange next door. The best part, you also get an adorable little dragon on top, and you can choose from a variety of of colors. Honestly, the drink is worth it for the cute dragon alone. But how does it taste? Well, we were impressed with the flavor of this one. It's definitely on the sweet side, and we wish it had a bit more tartness, but we could really taste the dragon fruit and the passion fruit flavors in this one. It was an extra refreshing drink since it was served frozen, and the added flavor from the dragon fruit sugar on the rim was a great compliment. If you're a fan of sweet and fruity drinks, we think you're going to enjoy this one. And remember, you get a precious little dragon to take home with you as a souvenir. So, we do tend to stay away from theme park food in Disney World, but sometimes we want something that would 100% qualify as theme park food. We'll happily munch on a Mickey pretzel and get ice cream sandwiches and even the occasional hot dog. Speaking of hot dogs, there's a spot in Disney Springs, BB Wolf Sausage Co., that does some pretty cool takes on classic hot dogs, so when we heard about a chorizo dog there, we made a beeline. The chorizo dog is made with chorizo sausage, chimichurri aioli, chili lime chicharrones, and cilantro for $13.29. It also comes with chips. So first off, yes, there is cilantro in it, and we know that's a controversial ingredient, but we'll let you know that we didn't really taste it too much. But let's talk about the hot dog next. This is the perfect Hispanic hot dog, and what really impressed us most was the quality of the chorizo. That lovely sausage with all those great flavors, is split down the center and grilled. There's even skin left on it, just like you might get from a great butcher shop. Then you've got the additional flavor coming from the chili lime chicharron, which adds great crunch. Even after sitting for a while, that part of the dog stays crunchy. Also, the hot dog bun is buttered and grilled on both sides, and you can really recognize that quality. Of course, we gotta mention the cheese, which we hate to say is the weakest part of this snack. It's a crumbly cheese. We were told it was cotija cheese, but it really didn't taste like that to us. One other note, the chimichurri aioli didn't work as well as the other ingredients. We think maybe it would have worked better with something like an avocado salsa. Also, there's a low heat to the chorizo, so if you're averse to spicy food, keep that in mind. But if you're looking for a different kind of hot dog in Disney World, head on over to BB Wolf's. This one does not disappoint. We got a super underrated slushie for you next. While we're constantly raving about the margaritas and drinks around Epcot's Mexico Pavilion, there's also one other drink that we haven't talked about very much, and it can be enjoyed by all ages. Over at La Cantina de San Angel, you not only get your nachos and queso and taco fix, but you'll also find this unique La Cantina slushie you won't be able to pick up anywhere else. While this slushie's menu listing doesn't have its ingredients listed, we learned from asking the cast members there that it's a mix of tropical fruit punch flavors, and you can grab the La Cantina slushie to try for $6. This drink is straight up delicious, with flavors you won't find in a slush anywhere else on property at the moment. The dominant flavor we tasted is mango, with strong notes of guava and maybe even passion fruit. It tastes just like you might expect of a tropical fruit punch to taste, and it's so good. While it genuinely tastes like real fruit, the texture and color make us wonder how much actual fruit juice is in here. The only downside we could make of this drink was the small portion size. Unlike the usual slushies in clear plastic cups with character rims, this one is served in a small fountain soda style free water cup, the kind you get at quick service places. So $6 felt pretty steep for a serving of this size, especially with nothing extra to it. No boba, no foam, etc. It's just the slush in that little cup. By comparison, LeFou's Brew costs $6.99, so just a little more, but you get a much larger size, in addition to a flavored syrup and a specialty fruit flavored foam on top. There's way more going on there than in the other slush option, but this flavor is something unique, and we'd totally get this again as a splurge. Now, there are so many snacks at Disney World, it can easily become super overwhelming, but imagine a vacation where every Disney World meal, snack, and experience is tailored just for you. The DFB Everything Bundle is your complete, up-to-the-minute toolkit for a perfect Disney dining experience, covering every restaurant, snack, and seasonal treat in every single park and hotel, and Disney Springs. With this bundle, you'll have insider tips, hidden dining gems, and strategies to maximize the value of your Disney dining plan, straight from our decades of experience in the parks and eating at every single restaurant over and over and over again. And of course, we're going to let you know what snacks and what restaurants are worth your money and which ones aren't. This is every single book we make all in one spot. That's every festival guidebook. Yep, Food and Wine, Flower and Garden, Festival of the Arts, and every single park, snack, and tip. Use code YouTube to get an extra special discount. Head over to dfbstore.com to grab your guides, maybe some fun merchandise, and more. Okay, if you're going to Disney World this week, we've got you covered. Here's some basic info that you'll be glad to know before you get to the parks. Disney Resort guests will still get free water park entry on your check-in open day, but now only to Typhoon Lagoon as Blizzard Beach is closed for the season. This marks the end of a rare summer stretch where both parks were open simultaneously. But how busy will the parks be? With summer crowds fading, wait times are trending down across most of the Disney World parks. Here's what our team has been seeing. For Magic Kingdom, Tron Lightcycle Run tops the list at an average of 45-minute wait. Most of the rides hover under 30. EPCOT, Test Track is 70 minutes, and Cosmic Rewind, 60 minutes, are still high. Hollywood Studios, Rise of the Resistance 66 minutes, and Slinky Dog Dash 52 minutes lead the pack. And Animal Kingdom, Flight of Passage at 44 minutes remains the longest in the park. I know, those wait times seem really low, right? Remember, Tron is getting that new overlay with music from the upcoming film Tron Ares on September 15th. And if you're staying on property, heads up, 2 hotel pool areas are temporarily closed for maintenance. The Fantasia Kiddie Pool at All Star Movies is closed through late October, and Samawati Springs Pool Slide at Animal Kingdom Lodge, Kidani Village, has no reopening date yet. Alternative pools and slides are available, but guests may encounter construction noise around those resorts. If you're thinking about budgeting to purchase lightning lanes, here's what you're looking at for the month of September. Prices will vary by park and date, but multi-passes are ranging from $23 to $29 at Magic Kingdom, $17 to $24 in EPCOT, $21 to $27 in Hollywood Studios, and $15 to $22 at Animal Kingdom. Single passes for top rides like Tron, Cosmic Rewind, and Rise of the Resistance range from $11 to $24. And premier passes with unlimited skip the line access are still steep, up to $3.99 at Magic Kingdom. If you've ever visited the Boathouse in Disney Springs, you're probably familiar with the famous Duck Duck Raz cocktail that comes with its very own rubber duck and started what has become a trend of tiny animals and drinks in Disney World. Well, a brand new duck souvenirs arrived at the Boathouse, and you're gonna love it. It's a ceramic duck sipper cup for $25, and it's a huge version of the Boathouse duck imagined as a sipper. Yep, this gigantic duck can hold your favorite drink. The duck's head twists off so you can put your drink in the rest of its body. I know, that's weird, but it doesn't come with a straw, but there's a hole where you can fit pretty much any straw that you want. We were told this little guy is super popular, so if you want to grab him, the Boathouse can also make sure he's pre-packaged and wrapped with bubble wrap because he is breakable. What a fun souvenir, and you can use your annual pass holder and Disney Vacation Club discounts when you get him. Sweet! If you're looking for the perfect Halloween tumbler for your favorite beverages, you're going to want to make it over to Celebrity 5 and Dime in Hollywood Studios. That's where you're going to find this super charming new Disney Halloween Starbucks tumbler for $44.99. The tumbler is orange with the Starbucks logo and a fun Disney design on it. It features a Minnie Mouse pumpkin, complete with pink polka dot bow, along with some green vines. We previously saw this in Disneyland, but this is the first time we spotted it in Disney World. We have a feeling it's going to be pretty popular. These seasonal tumblers usually are. So if you want to get your hands on it, head over to Hollywood Studios. Okay, Halloween is right around the corner, and if you're like us, you've probably already started decorating, but then right after Halloween come the holidays. If you're already planning how you're going to decorate your house for the holiday season and need some new additions, look no further than these Star Wars and Disney additions at Home Depot. You're going to want to be fast though, because some of them are already selling out. If you've been looking to have your own nearly 8-foot Chewbacca in your house, the 7.5-foot animated Chewbacca is perfect for your house this holiday season. He is massive and he looks just like the character from the films. He's even got his iconic bag. His head, mouth, and arm with the candy cane move. He's motion activated and has 5 different classic sound effects. For fans of the Sith, don't miss the 7-foot animated LED Darth Vader. His chest panel illuminates and he comes with interchangeable accessories. For his movement, he moves his head, arm, and wrist and speaks 3 different phrases, and you never know what you're gonna get. There's also a 6-foot animated Stormtrooper available right now. He has posable arms, so you can pretty much make him in whatever position you like, and he speaks in 3 different phrases. The best part, you can use him for both Halloween and Christmas because he comes with an interchangeable Death Star candy bucket. If you're more of a classic Disney fan, look no further than the 4-foot animated holiday Mickey Mouse. He's cute as can be in his classic attire, plus winter scarf and Santa hat. His head, waist, and right hand all move, and he speaks 4 different phrases, plus he sings Deck the Halls. So if you want to put Mickey and Minnie together, if you're just a big fan of Minnie, the 4-foot animated holiday Minnie Mouse is calling your name. She can move her head and waist, and she speaks 4 different phases and also sings Jingle Bells. Note, at the time of this video, she is currently sold out, but keep an eye out. She could come back in stock at any time. Whew, lots of news this week, right? So that's going to be it for right now. But as always, we're going to be keeping an eye on all the updates coming out of the parks, resorts, and beyond. That's what we do around here. So make sure you're subscribed and have those notifications turned on so you never miss a thing. Also, if you want to get the news right in your inbox every day, head over to our newsletter. Sign up. The link is right down in the description. And it's totally free, as you know. So go ahead and sign up for that, and we'll get you the news in your inbox every day. Thanks for listening, everyone, and thanks for watching. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.